Hello, welcome back to my channel, Shae's Divine. Y'all ain't heard that intro in a minute. I know I've been uploading TikTok clips and stuff like that, but I finally have time and maybe to sort of kind of explain what's going on in my life, but also while giving advice to yours. Especially if if you're here, I'm pretty sure you're doing the same thing I do. We're all spiritual beings here. And yes, I got my fan out because it is hot. But luckily the clouds were kind of out today. But yeah, so this video is going to be about balancing living in the flesh, living in reality, versus also keeping that balance between your spiritual life while balancing your work life. Which is not easy to do, especially if you work in corporate, which I have recent experience with that. But this is my thing that I've learned, especially from my 12th house year. Now I'm in my first house year. But I really learned to speak up and say that my spiritual life, my spiritual being comes first, which it does mix with the mental health too, but that will lean into the next video that's going to be uploaded. Same setting, I am bulk filming. Once the balance becomes imbalance, that's where we have a problem. And that's how things can slow down. And yes, this is broken, but that's how things can slow down and kind of hinder your growth, hinder your spiritual growth, your spirit, your soul, your ego in the wrong ways. The more enmeshed into corporate life you get into, or that I got into, the less time I got to spend with my ancestors, the less time I got to spend with myself, the less time I got to just be with my soul, my spirit, my energy, and my being. Because it was constantly being wrecked by this real life world that doesn't never care about you, that doesn't really care about you. Well, the corporate world, because Natura cares about me, cares about all of us. But it started changing me, and it starts to change you as a person. And I don't like being changed. I don't like becoming someone I'm not. I don't like dwelling in energy that corporations do bring. And we all don't have a choice, at where we work sometimes. But in all, where I'm heading to, I'm in this element of being such a spiritual being. It's the typical saying that God really got me, Natura got me, the universe got me. Of course, I wouldn't just sit there and put it all on the universe, because the universe has put it on us in order for us to balance that work and personal life, but that also that work and personal spiritual life. That spiritual life is way different, man, because like the way over time things can engulf you and make you lose that. Well, you'll never lose that connection, but dim that connection down, weaken that connection. And one of the things I told one of these recent corporations I worked with is that there's two things that's very important to me, which of course it is money, but also the environment that all meshes in with my mental health. Once, of course, they don't listen, they take advantage, and yes, your girl got up out of there. I do not care. God got something in store. Natura got something in store. My ancestors got something in store. My deities got something in store. I don't have to stay here and keep being in this element. What I realize is that my ancestors, my whole spiritual force does not want me to go through life very much stressed out about something that I was clear about. I'm one of those people, even no matter where I work or what corporations I work with, and this is maybe being in the South as well too, is that Sundays are very important. Or whatever day you choose as your church day is very important. But Sundays is still my church days, because they are the new beginning of the week. It is a spiritual day. It's a 7th day, 777. And I take that very seriously as well too. So once life starts becoming imbalanced due to the real life, living in the flesh life, to me, the flesh life will have to go. I will find something else to deal with in the flesh. I will find something else to just do, because I take this as if I'm about to lose my mind. And if I feel like I'm not getting enough time to recuperate my spirit, my soul, or I'm coming home in a different type of spirit and energy where you can't even, time at the time, you can't even reset your spirit and your energy, then I take it as a sign to go. Like I said, I know everybody's not in the same predicament. They just up and leave jobs. But you always got to make your game plan to get out. Because if you can't connect with your spiritual self, your higher self, while dealing with this flesh life, then personally for me, I would have to take the flesh life out of my way and connect with myself, connect with the universe, and connect with God, the Taurus, everybody, to see where the hell am I going and what am I going to do. Because this is not a treatment I know they want me to take. So you got to do what you got to do sometimes. You got to rebalance it. And even to that point of, leaving or transitioning, you just have to do everything you can. And eventually make that transition, because it ain't gonna be too long that you keep staying in this and not able to connect with yourself and balance yourself and ground yourself. You only can ground yourself for so much long in a situation that is just not grounded at all. A situation is not like stable at all, that you have no control over, especially if you come into this workforce or work life and things have been going the way they have been having it, and there's no room for change over here. Then it's time to make that change and just remove yourself out the equation to get better spiritual health. And once I leave those areas and once I leave that energy, immediately I'm back at the altar completely. Immediately I'm back to me. Immediately I'm resetting me, resting, all that stuff. Don't forget, you got to get your rest. Don't let these corporations run your spiritual self to the ground, okay? Because they surely will do that. But yeah, that was just, I guess, in a sort of way, a rant, but also advice of what I've been learning recently and how that ties to my mental health too, because I am a person that deals with depression. And once the corporate or the flesh life starts to cause my depression, spirituality helps, balances that out. And if spirituality is not helping balance that out, that means I'm not putting enough time and effort into myself, I believe. Even if I'm trying, the best way to do that, look at this. But the best way to do this is to get rid of what is wearing you down. And typically it's something in the real life flesh that is wearing you down, because we still live in the flesh. So, and that's just how to rebalance or keep myself from going into that hole of depression. So even more than already you're probably dealing with, And if you have depression, you already know what I'm talking about when it comes to that deep hole that you are seeing yourself slowly going down in. And you don't want to do that because of a funky ass job. So to rebalance yourself, you got to knock something out. And there's always something in the flesh. And that's when you swap something in the flesh for something else in the flesh that actually does balance you out, that is a lot better, like I said. So yeah, this may be a little bit of a ramble. This fly is watching me, which is crazy. But it may have been a little bit of a ramble. And whoever spying on me, or whoever with this fly, please go on. You ain't get nothing. But yeah, I hope this helped someone. I hope y'all enjoyed my little chat, more than 3 minutes. And and comment, like, subscribe as per usual, share. Even with someone that's probably dealing with the same stuff, you never know. And I'll see you guys later.